final match in Group B of the WSB on the final weekend of the regular season saw the Mexico Guerreros entertain the British Lionhearts in Aguascalientes. The Lionhearts, table toppers, already qualified for the quarterfinals, were able to field one debutant as well as some new names in absence of some of the familiar stars. For the Guerreros, it was quite simple. They had to win to deny America a place in the quarterfinals. Up first, it was all about the big men. Fraser Clark, who'd been Boxer of the Week in week 4, up against a man from Trinidad and Tobago in Nigel Paul, who's already qualified for the Rio Olympics. It was a fast start from Fraser Clark, who forced a standing 8 count from the referee and just seconds later forced the stoppage. A whirlwind performance from the red-hot Clark and a stoppage win in little over a minute. An early night's work for Fraser Clark, who made it 2 out of 2 in this season of the WSB. Boxer of the Week previously, might well be on the roster once again. Fraser Clark, a man of the moment for the Lionhearts, and very much a man in form too. 1-0 then to the Lionhearts, who had lost both their matches home and away against Mexico in season 5. Looking to turn things around for the Guerreros, it was Carlos Rodriguez who was up against the debutant Lyndon Arthur. Lyndon Arthur maybe slightly nervy through the first couple of rounds, which were close on the cards, but he blossomed and got better as the bout progressed. He was good in the third, he was excellent in the fourth, and it all boiled down to the final round. It looked as though Arthur had done enough to edge it on the scorecards. But despite that, a split decision by 1 point on 2 of the judges' scorecards went the way of Carlos Rodriguez to even things up for the Guerreros. 1-1 then, as we moved on to the flyweights. Jack Bateson, the 21-year-old from Leeds with plenty of international experience, a European medal already in the locker, and he was up against Daniel Rojas Lapopsis, the 19-year-old. This was a keenly contested affair. It was tight throughout. It was an argument that could have gone either way. Both men had their moments. And another tight contest, which saw a thrilling final round, would be decided by the judges. It was another split decision. It was another close one. It was another one that went the way of the Guerreros. Rojas then made it 2-1. Next up, Cyrus Pattinson, making his second appearance in the WSB this season, was up against Francisco Armenta. He'd beaten Paul Kroll, the American, by split decision, who'd come up with an amazing win himself at the weekend. That was a piece of form that was looking good. But there was some cute boxing from Pattinson through the early stages. Round 1 was close. Round 2 was good for Pattinson. Round 3 went one way and t'other. And although Armenta was ahead on the scorecards going into the final round, it looked a pretty close affair. It was another split decision, although 3 points on 2 of the scorecards gave it to the Mexican, and the Guerreros had won the contest. 3-1. It was a question now of the final scoreline. 12 months ago, in the final match of the group stages, Mexico had beaten the Lionhearts 4-1. And that was thanks to Lindolfo Delgado, who overcame Walid Balora, the Frenchman. He injured himself in the very first round and seemed to be feeling the effects of that left hand injury when he went down for the referee's count in the very first round. The towel was about to come in for the injury. The referee counted him out anyway. Either way, it was an early night for Delgado, who overcame Balora for the second time in this fixture. Another win in the WSB for the likeable Delgado. Another win on the night for the Guerreros, who made it 4-1, just as they had done 12 months ago. The final scoreline sealing their position in the quarterfinals, where they'll join the Lionhearts as we move on to the last 8 in the WSB.